Hearing people's lived experiences, the challenges, the failures of our systems, hopefully some successes of our systems. But you know, the personal voice, the personal experience is what's really at the heart of everything, and it's what I and all of us, I know my team is here, we need to hear the voices and then not just listen but start acting.
So I'm out on these streets, looking at death, like the same friend that you smoke weed with and had a drink with, the same one that's in a puddle of blood. That's trauma in itself. But I had to say it's gonna be okay. Every time you walk around the street, you hear gunshots. They say it's gonna be okay. But that's a trauma in itself.
Community mental health is a public safety issue. It's a public health issue. When we got the call that there was a shooting at Pullman Point, which wasn't something that was necessarily uncommon in our community, but community advocates and others responded. And they responded to the young people there. And the young people there had seen so much violence and so much trauma that they simply just kept on doing what they were doing, even though they saw a tragedy right in front of them.
This got started during the pandemic. Rich Minds Network has been in existence since 2015. But during the pandemic, we decided to reach out to the community. And so, because we've noticed that we was having a traumatization within the whole community. So as we went out there, we started at Pullman, and we started with 5 different organizations. We left Pullman and went to different kind of complexes like St. John's, at Crescent Park, and the numbers got bigger and bigger. And then we hit the school.
My work over at Eastern Elementary School, I come in contact with students and parents who are in need of mental health support, health and wellness. And so I said, Eddie, is it possible that we can get this group of practitioners to come to Nisha? He talked, Antoine got to talking. So the next thing I know, we're hosting a self-care day in October 21 at Eastern Elementary School. And folks, I'm telling you, it was amazing.
And once we hit the school, our numbers was outrageous. We had exactly 18 different providers, all from Richmond, all dealing with mental health. And that's how we got started. And look at the existence of what's happening right now. You know, we developed a contract with the school district as well as a contract with the county. And so we are being recognized on believing on the 3 major factors. The 3 major factors are living experience, culture, and competence. And we're uniquely qualified. When we developed this coalition, I needed a partner. I needed something. Of course, it was myself and Antoine that initiated, but we need somebody with a very, very special skill set. And Gail Miller has been able to coordinate this whole event, entire event, because she has the compassion, the understanding, the caring, the mother image, not just with her kids, with the coalition. And we've worked on numerous projects together, but this is where we was able to shine.
Because the stigma that exists towards people who need mental health support perpetuates fear and misunderstanding. And that fear and misunderstanding can lead to prejudice and discrimination against our friends and our families.
I really appreciate that the Rich City Minds Coalition has brought us all together today to really talk about how we improve mental health support, wellness and health support for our Richmond community. And there has been amazing organizing efforts by people like Antoine Clord and Eddie Morris, who are from the community, who understand the community, and they know how to bring people together. Antoine is Richmond. He shows his commitment not just by his words, but by his action. And he was my appointee to the county's Alcohol and Other Drugs Advisory Board for many years. And, you know, he learned the system more, and he worked to change the system.
I would like to thank Antoine Clord with Richmond Minds Network Coalition for the consultation coaching, and mentorship that he provided not only to my brother Kwanzaa, but to our extended family that is present today.
I've been clean 20 years, and I got clean because when I raised my hand to give me some help, somebody was going to help me. Somebody helped me. I didn't just get here by myself. But I'm saying that to say that availability is crucial when our community says, I need some help. But that what kind of help are you going to give me? Is it help I kind of want? Is it the kind of help you want to give me? Because what you think is good for me ain't what I want.
The people that's working with them is from the community, has been through substance abuse. They recovered and now we giving back so they can understand. And working with people like Michelle Mylan give us an opportunity to deal with a lot of our community as a whole. Allow us to go into some of these family homes to work with our students, you know, work with the families, come up with resources and solutions to support that family. Because what's happening, we're having a lack of resources to support them students.
Okay, so Being Well was started with the idea of early childhood intervention and resources for mental health and wellness, not only just for the child, but for the family. Because Graham and I both knew how important it is to get family involvement.
Gail is a product of Richmond, Easter Hill, so she knows where she can come and she knows this is her town.
Currently, we have programs where we involve students, their parents, and teachers and other school staff and train them on identifying suicide ideation as well as suicide cries for help in the hopes of saving even one life.
In our own county, we've had young adult people of color, African American and Latino, who've been killed by law enforcement while they were suffering a mental health crisis. Had those individuals gotten the support that they needed at the right time by the right people, they wouldn't be dead today.
A lot of the calls that are mental health or trauma related, they are not something that the police can necessarily respond to, and those are things that community groups can respond to before they get to a point where they've escalated and they become a police call. So I think that those are some things that we can really work on together.
We're providing services for everybody. So everybody always says, who is Felton? What is Felton? We're the largest outpatient mental health providers in San Francisco and now in a whole bunch of other places too. But we also have the best program for schizophrenia, for bipolar disorder. That our program was the one that led to the statewide funding for schizophrenia and bipolar. We're in 6 counties now with that program specifically, and it's the national model.
Al Gilbert is, his organization, they'll become our fiscal sponsor. But he's more than that. He's a mentor, and he's actually someone that really wants us to succeed. He'd like to see this, because to put together an organization like this, for him it was exciting to see that here we are, these 15 organizations with a like-minded goal, trying to figure it out and find each other. And he's saying, let me help be the glue.
But here's what Felton's going to do, because we're rigorous about what we do. Felton is going to make sure that we follow up with every single person that we engage with. Because those situations aren't one-time situations. Right. You should have people from the community serving people in the community, with people who look and act like them in the community, and you should do follow-up work, and you should work with these families to help build. So in my mind, it's a part of my original concept that said my job is to build community. Our job is to strengthen our communities, and that's what I want to support you in doing in your community.
Some of you might be asking, well, what is the importance of this coalition? We just say if you always do what you've always done, you will always get what you've always done. And he would end it by saying it's time to do something different. And folks, that something different is the coalition.
And being here with all of you is a really important part of that, because if we don't hear from everyone in the community directly, we go with our old assumptions, and we want to get rid of our old assumptions.